Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Reads His Marvel Comics in Order, episode 57. This time I'm reading Marvel 2-in-1, number 20. This is a team up between The Thing and the Liberty Legion. The Liberty Legion, I think, is a Roy Thomas creation. He must have come up with them right about the same time he came up with the Invaders. I think they both kind of come on the scene in Marvel Comics this year, 1976, maybe 1975. And this issue is the final chapter in a multi-issue story arc. And it didn't just happen in Marvel 2-in-1. It happened in Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 1. Before that, I think it was in Fantastic Four Annual number 11. And I don't have any of those. But it kind of starts, I suspect, it kind of started back in Fantastic Four, and I can't remember which issue it was, maybe 170, maybe 171, where Power Man was filling in for the Thing on the team when Ben Grimm got turned back to human. Power Man stepped in for a few issues and joined the team. And the last issue that Power Man was in, there was a bit where the team was chasing Power Man through the Baxter Building, and they went through Reed's lab, and there was one panel where a little cylinder or some kind of doohickey in the lab on some sort of scientific device in Reed's lab, it disappeared. And I believe that was what started this whole story arc. But anyway, this is where it ends. Now, this copy is very fine minus, I guess. A little bit of creasing in a few spots. It's got some staining, not much. Probably could erase a whole lot of that. This comic, if it was pressed, probably would turn out pretty nice. It's got some creases. The pages aren't that yellow. The colors are still real nice. But this, like I said, this is the final issue in this storyline that's been going on throughout some annuals and everything. So I don't have anything before it to base this on, but this is written by Roy Thomas, who wrote, I believe he wrote all the chapters of the story, and art by Sal Buscema. Sam Granger is doing the inking. I know I've seen his name, but not a lot. He does a pretty good job. This issue, it feels like Sal Buscema's art in this issue is almost more cartoony, more comical than it is serious than I've seen him do in some of the other recent comics I've done in this series, in this video series. He's done a lot of Captain America issues. He's done a lot of Marvel Team Up issues. What else is he? Where else have we seen him? Another issue of Marvel 2-in-1, I believe. But this issue's art seems a little more comic than serious. So as we go through it, I'll point it out. But apparently in the last issue, the Thing launched himself into the air to take down this flying swastika that is wreaking havoc in New York City. And the captions here ask when does this happen? What is wrong with this picture? And what is wrong with it is this is the Empire State Building. It doesn't have its TV antenna on top. So that means this took place in 1942 during the World War II. And that's how the Thing is able to cross over with the Liberty Legion. He traveled back in time to find this MacGuffin that I mentioned earlier that disappeared from the lab in the Baxter Building a few issues back of the Fantastic Four. So he's able to reach the swastika and crawl up to the cockpit where the brain drain is piloting the he's got googly eyes. This is why I say this seems to be a little bit more comic. I mean, it kind of reminds me of a 1970s Doctor Who villain, a bad guy in a Tom Baker era Doctor Who episode or story. The Watcher just looks like like a fat clown, really. I don't know. So here's one of the bad guys, one of the Germans, Nazis. What's his name? Sky Shark. Apparently he flies a plane. I don't know. I don't know much about these. This is the first time I've ever seen these characters. But see the look on his face. It almost seems like we're going for a funny tone here. But here's the Liberty Legion, and here's the bad guys. This is the U-Man. As I said before, there's Sky Shark. And then there is Masterman. And they're all working together with Brain Drain to build... I thought this was neat. They're stealing technology from America to build weapons or vehicles for the Nazi army. And Masterman is stealing this indestructible cockpit for a plane. U-Man is stealing a jet engine, and they're doing all this to build a better, I guess a better version of this flying swastika. But anyway, the thing takes it out basically, and Brain Drain has to crash land them out in the ocean on this platform, this floating platform that belongs to the Nazis. And on the platform is where the action is going to take place. Here's the villains. They're going to take on the Thing, and they knock him out. Or do they? No, they don't. He was just playing possum. That right there is classic Sal Buscema. Whenever there's a punch, there's somebody flying, doing a backflip backwards with their mouth open like that. Anytime, any comic he draws where somebody gets punched, that's what it looks like. But these guys are not handling the Thing very well. The Thing, and this is what's interesting, is in this story, the Thing is actually human. So this is in continuity with the Fantastic Four continuity of the time. The Thing is human, and he's wearing his Thing suit. Whereas all the other issues of Marvel 2-in-1 prior to this took place before the Thing reverted to Ben Grimm. And but this, since it started in that issue of Fantastic Four I told you about when Power Man was taking his place now in this, and it's written by Roy Thomas, so it makes sense that this would be actually the human Ben Grimm inside the Thing costume, which has been going on in Fantastic Four, which in the last episode of Old Nerd Reads' Marvel Comics in Order, you will remember that at the end of Fantastic Four 175, Ben Grimm turned back into the Thing. So once this story concludes, the next issue of Marvel Team Up, I suspect he will be the Thing again. But since the Nazis were having such a hard time with the Thing, how about we throw a little insult, add a little insult to injury, and bring in the Liberty Legion to really mop them up. Let's see if I can name all these guys. This is the Red Raven, Jack Frost, the Wizard. The Wizard's the only one that I'd ever really heard of. He's appeared in some other comics, and I can't remember where or when or what comic, but I know I've seen him before. The other ones, not so much. The Patriot, Blue Diamond, the Thin Man, and Miss Liberty, I think is her name. But they join the fray. Oh, this is interesting. Very, very special people. It's a book you could order. The struggles, loves, and triumphs of human oddities. Here are all the true stories and photographs of the famous personalities that made the circus sideshows great. That wouldn't fly these days, would it? Back to the story. So the Nazis are getting their clocks cleaned pretty handily by the Liberty Legion. U-Man just got his teeth knocked out. The Wizards taking out Master Man. Tiger Sharks or Sky Shark's escaping. He's sneaking away. Thing is continuing to wreck the flying swastika, but Brain Drain has an escape pod, and he's getting away. Sky Shark, he's trying. He's making his way. Yeah, I guess he does escape. So a couple of them escape. A couple of them get caught, but it's just in time to wrap up the issue. The Watcher shows up. I guess he's the catalyst behind all this. I think he's the one who sent the Thing on this adventure in Fantastic Four Annual number 11. But since the Thing has recovered the cylinder, the MacGuffin, the Watcher is sending him back to present day. And the Fantastic Four have been looking for him. And here's the MacGuffin. And that's the end. He's home and he's human, and he wants to go see if Alicia's still up because, well, that's what you do. Especially when you're not usually human. Go see your girlfriend, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is Marvel 2-in-1 number 20, the October 1976 issue. Like I said, I couldn't tell if it was trying to be funny on purpose. Like even the cover looks like Sky Shark, that looks a little bit kind of comical to me. But whatever. The Liberty Legion didn't really, I don't think they got a lot of play after this. They came on the scene. They had a big splash for a year or two, and then I think they just disappeared. I don't know much of anything else that I can think of that they've shown up in. But they had a good short run anyway. So, if you have any more details on what happened to the Liberty Legion after this, please comment it down below because I'd like to know. Otherwise, I thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stick around for more of these videos as I'm just getting started reading my Marvel Comics in publishing day order. So stick around for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.